What's up, guys? Let's talk about routine. Everybody has a routine. I have a routine. I get up. I take a shower. Make sure I take a shower every day. So if you don't take a shower, then you can kind of lose it a little bit. You want to stay in that routine. So I take a shower every day. Um, I don't watch TV anymore. I mean, I do a little bit, but I found that when I'm watching it, all the commercials and everything and the coverage of what's going on, I don't really want to hear it, and it just stresses me out, with like a lot of people. But someone like me who has generalized anxiety disorder, you know, um, it's a lot harder for me to deal with everything because I feel it like over here, back of my neck, the back of my head. I'm sure some of you feel it too, you know. But anyways, getting back to my routine. So what I watch is I watch YouTube, and I watch funny things. Like I watch, bloopers of movies, bloopers of TV shows, behind the scenes of movies, or video games, Nintendo Switch, stuff like that. Celebrity interviews on Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Conan, especially. I like to stay away from the political hosts. Like Jimmy Kimmel, he's a little too political for me. Colbert, obviously, Trevor Noah, no. But Conan and Fallon have been the best, in my opinion, because they stay away from most of that stuff. And just entertaining, funny. And I think at this point, I need, comedic elements in my life to laugh more. When you laugh more, you alleviate your stress. So usually after that, I'll watch a little YouTube. I'll turn my TV off, then I'll go to my computer and I'll try to get into writing mode. I'll try to write, I'm working on a piece, I'm working on a parody song. I'm just trying to do other things to get my mind off other things, you know what I mean? That's pretty much my routine. Eat breakfast, whatever, usually I have 3 or 4 meals, small meals, a day. And I avoid talking to anybody, really. I don't call anybody anymore, really. If somebody wants to call me, they can call me, whatever. But, I find that every time I talk to somebody, I just get a little bit agitated, stressed out, and then I start having a pain right here. That's usually where it is. This is my stress, mostly where it is. And throughout the day, after I make my videos or whatever, to entertain myself, to entertain you, whoever, then, I'll have dinner, and then usually like around 7 o'clock, I'll take a CBD gummy that I take, which eases this spot right here. It does make me very woozy. I took it yesterday like around, I don't know, 7, and I was just zonked out. I went, to lay in my bed, and I just couldn't stay up. And then I was watching The Office. See, one thing is good about if you have Netflix is you can watch old TV shows and not have to worry about any commercials at all. So I can have The Office on. I don't need to be watching it, but it's on, and there's no commercials that are interrupting the flow of the show. I've seen the episodes a million times. See, what gets to me is those commercials that just like pound on your head about what's going on with everything, showing everything. I don't need to be reminded about it all the time. That's the thing. Um, so I went to sleep like around 11 o'clock, and I couldn't fall asleep. I mean, my routine is just, I get kind of, I can't clear my mind. So I listen to YouTube meditation sounds, which doesn't help all the time either. And I get hot at night. So I literally have like the yellow cloth that I put on my pillow to kind of like cool me down. I crack my window open a little bit. But I woke up like 2 or 3 times last night, just having bad dreams, nightmares and stuff. So you can see in my eyes, I'm just not, I'm a little tired. Even I felt I slept a lot. I got like 11 hours of sleep, but a lot of broken sleep too. So that's pretty much my routine. And my suggestions to people who are struggling with anxiety is just to kind of like ease your mind off it. I also have like a cold compress that I put on the back of my neck sometimes. I also have a torn hip, labrum in my hip. So, and I have basically impingements in both hips. So I sleep on a soft bed, so it hurts a little bit when I wake up. So I have to always use heat and ice. My legs feel heavy pretty much all the time. Working out's been helpful. What I found is a YouTube workout on YouTube where it's basically a simple workout. You take a couple of water bottles and you work along with the girl that's doing the workout, and she has like some music playing. It's very simple, like 10, 15 minutes. But it's a good workout. And she has like a little timer telling you when the exercise ends and when this one begins. So I've been doing that too, just trying to stay in somewhat shape. But it's been very difficult. There's been times where, I just lose it a little bit, and have had episodes, panic attacks, a massive panic attack about a week or so ago. It was so bad that I felt like I was going to collapse. I had to hop in the shower and breathe for about 10 minutes, like, things like that. But that's what you have to do, I swear I thought I was going to go to the hospital. I had a massive panic attack last year, the same way, and I ended up actually walking to the hospital, and my blood pressure was high, and, I think said I was dehydrated or whatever. I don't know what it was. But, obviously, tempers are flaring, emotions run high, and, it's been difficult. But, each day that passes, I feel we're getting closer to the end. I mean, that's what I have to say, and it's just been one of those, you take it day by day. That's all you can do. You try to keep yourself busy. I took a 4-week social media course that kept me busy for 2 days a week for about an hour. But I'm done with that. So now you just try to find out other ways to entertain yourself, entertain people, mostly entertain myself. But, feedback is always important too, either rapping, freestyling, lip syncing, doing funny videos, parody videos, pondering videos, whatever, I can think of. I try to get creative, but, see what happens. So that's pretty much my routine. That's how things are for me. And again, I'm not really watching any TV. I watch like whatever's on Netflix. I watch a lot of on demand. I'll catch up with Days of Our Lives. I'll catch up with The Flash on demand. It's easier. I did watch TV last night. I was watching The Conners. Watched that for half an hour. And then I just put on Netflix or whatever. And then PlayStation 4 is also a good alternative as far as getting your mind off things. Or Nintendo Switch if you have that. Or playing Scrabble on my phone. So that's what I do as far as getting my mind off things. I think just talking it helps me, and I'm quarantined by myself. I don't have anybody here. There's nobody here with me, which is good and bad. I mean, I am a homebody, but, even myself, who doesn't really, enjoy socializing, is just kind of like getting a little bit kind of, I don't know, impatient and bored. I could say bored is probably a better word than impatient, and just trying to figure out, what to do. And I don't know. Baking, I've actually started baking. I baked some brownies a couple weeks ago. They turned out okay. And I baked some cookies actually last week. I used to make cookies like they would have like you buy like the 24 cookies and they're already made and just put them in the oven. This was basically, I think it was Betty Crocker, and the mix was already in there, and you got to mix it with the eggs and stuff like that. And I didn't have a mixer, so I had to mix it with this big plastic spoon, which was challenging. A lot of elbow grease in that. So I said to myself, wait a minute, if I start cooking, then maybe I should get like a mixer, right? And I realized that even more is when I picked up this cake mix, where it tells you need, a hand mixer on like a medium level. So I said, you know what? Let me order like a mixer, like one of those, and then it'll be much easier for me, and then I can learn to cook more. And, so I'm going to do the cake, and I can do, maybe like cinnamon rolls or something. I don't know. But it does ease the stress a little bit, just because you feel like you're accomplishing something, you're making something, you're doing something. So that's what I've been doing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I've been doing. So writing's been difficult. Just, getting into that mode of writing stuff. I've been like recycling a lot of old material, but focus on new shit, stuff that's going on. And, obviously I gave myself a haircut. As you can see, I took like clippers and basically did like a 0 here and then a 3 on top. I think I did a pretty good job. considering, I mean, I don't know I didn't know what to do, is it even? No, but I would say it's like 6.5, 7 out of 10. Maybe I'll do more, but I think it looks better than what it did. So if I learn to do it, I don't have to get a haircut ever again. Um, so, but yeah, that's pretty much what's going on with me. I'm waiting on a blood pressure monitor that I'd ordered over a week ago, and then guess what? I got lost with Amazon. So and then I had to order another one because I do have high blood pressure, and I don't know if it's too high or if it's too low. I can't tell. Sometimes I feel kind of like, but it could just be anxiety. So I'm waiting to get that. I ordered another one, should be here Saturday, so then I'll do that. But yeah, I mean, when you have a lot of anxiety, it's difficult to deal with things, and you feel it all over. You feel it in your legs, you feel it in the back of your neck, they feel it in your side of your head. You get tired, you get a little dizzy, sometimes you get a little nauseated. So I'm curious, anyone has anxiety, if anyone's experiencing what I'm experiencing, you know, um, I'm not taking anything for it either. I mean, I was prescribed last year Zoloft, and I was prescribed Prozac. Not to take simultaneously, but one didn't work. Then I tried the other one, and that didn't really work. That didn't work. I just was told not to take it anymore. So I take the CBD gummies that I have, the edible. I take like a half, and it seems to do a pretty good job. Um, you know, so, but I felt if I was high every day, I think I'd be much more creative, and I would be easier to think, I think. So my brother is sending me some stuff tomorrow that I should be getting. So maybe I'll be high for the next 10 days or so, depending on how many came in the thing. I don't know. I always feel like when I'm high and have those THC gummies that, I feel pretty good, and I just forget about everything, which is good because that's what you have to do at this point, just kind of forget everything. What I don't need is people just telling me what's going on. Would I know what's going on? I don't want to hear what's going on. It's just like I don't want to be aware of what's going on. I mean, to a certain extent, but I don't need to hear the specific details of everything that's going on. I just don't need to, because when I know that, I start feeling it up here. It's just like it's difficult. And then I got to do a lot of breathing and things like that. But that's pretty much it. Am I going to edit this video? No. This is just me being honest as far as how I feel with everything. Even going outside with my mask on, it's just dreadful. I dread it. The other day I was going downstairs, and we only allow one person per elevator, and then there was a maintenance guy in the elevator, and I said, all right, I'll take the next one. Another elevator on the other end opens up, and that one, there was another guy in the elevator, and I said, all right, I'll take the next one. So I had to wait like another 5 minutes or so for the elevator or whatever. Because now I have to go downstairs to get all packages, because what they're doing in this building, which is a smart thing, they're not allowing any Amazon people coming in. No delivery guys, food delivery, nobody's allowed in. They have this huge glass like thing and concierge where it kind of separates everybody, as if you were like going to a bank or something to that extent. And they have a table where they put all the stuff, all the packages and stuff like that, which is a good idea. I guess it kind of makes sense. They don't want people coming in. But even when I go outside, it's just like I see somebody with no mask on, and I get very, very uneasy, and kind of like scared. Like, it's just like I can control what I'm doing, but I can't control what you're doing. You know what I mean? That's your choice. I can't control what you're going to do. They can tell you what to do, but it doesn't mean you're going to listen per se, right? So it's going to take a while for me to get to be comfortable going outside, not feeling like looking at somebody and just like, I don't want to be that close to that person. So, but I don't know. Hopefully, as time passes, I'll feel better. But right now, I just feel like, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I would say I feel like 6.5, a 7. Usually I'm like an 8.5, maybe a 9, but now like a 6.5, 7. All right. Well, be safe. Don't be foolish. Listen. If you listen, good things will happen. If you don't listen, well, I don't know what to say about that.